Okay, two corrections to make to some of the Germany moves. I got an email from Mr. and he noticed a couple of things, both my fault, just things happen when you're setting these things up. In Slovakia, Hungary, this looked like this, okay? There were 6 infantry and 1 artillery, but it was supposed to be 5 infantry and 2 artillery. I must have had a spill somewhere when I was setting them up, and I put the chip under the wrong pile. So that's corrected. The other thing, and this goes all the way back to turn 1, when I had to re-roll the C-Zone 110 battle, because I re-rolled it, I ended up not putting a plane back. There should have been an extra fighter here, and so he informed me of that. So here's what I'm going to do. There was supposed to be an additional fighter in the UK attack, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll 2 dice. There would have been an additional anti-aircraft shot, and there would have been an additional fighter shot. Okay, so that's what we're going to roll. I'll set it up on the board, and we'll do a quick little mini battle, just so that we can fix that. Okay. Okay, so this is the little mini makeup battle here that we're going to do. There was supposed to be an additional German fighter participating in the UK attack last turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it another shot to kill another British infantry unit. Okay, we're not going to re-roll the entire battle, but there was one additional plane. So we're going to see if he can hit this guy. Now, of course, the British do get a chance to hit him as well. They get an anti-aircraft shot, so we're going to roll that right now. Ha! Jesus! Okay, so no harm, no foul, I guess. My miscalculation on the planes turns out to be not really anything at all. So he lost the plane anyway, and so we don't have to re-roll that. So anyway, that's funny. That's just really funny. Okay, sorry. Okay. This is Russia turn 2. FF Cecil has $37 to spend. He's going to spend $4 advancing his tech. He's going to spend $9 on 3 infantry, $12 on 3 artillery, and $12 on 3 mechanized infantry. No combat moves to speak of. He is only at war right now with the Japanese. So all of what we're going to see is non-combat. So here's what we've got. In the north, 1 infantry from Karelia is going to move into Novgorod. 2 infantry from Vyborg are going to move into Novgorod. 7 infantry, 2 artillery, and a tank are going to move forward into the Baltic states. In the south, an infantry and an artillery from eastern Poland are going to move into Bessarabia. And all of the forces from Ukraine are going to move forward into Bessarabia with the exception of 1 infantry. So that's 2 artillery, 2 tanks, 2 mechanized infantry, and 3 infantry. In Russia proper, the fighter from Russia is going to move to the airbase at Novgorod. And one of the 2 anti-aircraft guns is going to be railed on the Trans-Siberian Railway to Buryatia, where all of the forces from Saka will also move back and to the relative safety of Buryatia. So we'll see what Japan does in response to that. So that's it in terms of movement. So once I tidy this up, we'll be back with placements and income. Okay, for Russian unit placements, he's going to put 3 of his new mechanized infantry in Novgorod, 3 infantry in the Ukraine, and 3 artillery in Russia. His income doesn't change because he's still not at war with the Germans, so he's going to collect $37 in 37 IPCs. Okay, and now we'll do the disposition of forces. Again, I always have the request to do it from this side of the board so that everything is right side up. So we'll start way up in the north there, C-Zone 125, there is a submarine. And C-Zone 115, there is a submarine and a cruiser. In both Viborg and Karelia, there are single infantry units. In Novgorod, there are 3 mechanized infantry, 4 regular infantry, 2 anti-aircraft artillery, 1 tactical bomber, and 4 fighters. In the Baltic states, there is 1 tank, there are 2 artillery, and there are now 10, 11 infantry in the Baltic states. In eastern Poland, there is an infantry. In Bessarabia, there are 7 infantry, 2 mechanized infantry, 3 artillery, and 2 tanks. In Ukraine, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry. In Moscow, in Russia proper, there are 3 artillery and 1 anti-aircraft artillery. And then all the way over in Buryatia, there are now 7 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft artillery, and 1 tank. All right, Japan, turn 2 is up next, and we'll see what they do with that massive, massive navy in C-Zone 6.